goldcoast.com.au. And I'm here today at the Gold Coast Investment Showcase with the Managing Director of Alma Metals, Frazer Tabeart. Frazer, how are you today?
Good show, very good.
Good to catch up with you in person. Now, last time I spoke to you, you were fresh from site.
Yep.
Today we get into some of the nitty-gritty details. Mate, tell me, how is this Briggs Copper Project looking?
Oh, it's looking great. I mean, like when I was out in the field last week, I think we spoke about, we just set the drill rig up on a new drill pad, and all the outcrop around it has just got copper mineralisation in every fracture that we see. So really confident that this next round of drilling is going to have some nice mineralisation in it.
All right, let's put some numbers to it because we know investors love numbers. How many metres are being drilled and how many holes are being sunk?
Yeah, so we're going to drill 2,000 metres. Average hole depth is going to be of the order of 250 metres, so that'll be an 8-hole drill program.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the speed of that, we may add extra metres to that. Because we're on a lot of our costs are time related.
Mm-hmm.
So the quicker we can do it, the more metres we can drill.
Yep. Now you've already got a JORC compliant inferred resource. What is this infill drilling going to do?
So there's two main reasons for this. One is obviously to do the infill so that we can improve the confidence in the resource. That gets us to an indicated resource category, and that means that we can use the information that we get from this program to do a scoping study. So that's the first and probably the most important thing. The other thing is it's testing a part of the system where we know we've got good copper mineralisation at surface from our soil sampling and from just seeing it in the ground. And so that's part of establishing, are there some high-grade parts of this resource that could be a starter pit? So we can find something that's sort of 0.35% copper rather than 0.25 for the first 3 or 4 years of potential mining operation, has a massive impact in a positive sense on the economics.
Well, it certainly does, and that's quite a strategic approach. So what you're doing is you're not waiting to have all the numbers together. You're like, what's the most economical to get us moving, and then expand the pit once you've got it up and running.
Yeah, and that's partly because of the size of the system. I mean, it's such a large system that if we wanted to test the full extent of it, we'd have to do a 10,000 metre drilling program, and we just don't have the capacity to do that at this stage. So for us, we know what the size potential of the project is. We're very confident we're going to double or triple the size of it, and that's through the work that we've done on our exploration target. And we've got good rationale as to why that's likely to happen. And then we can sort of compare it with other potential projects in Australia. Caravel Minerals is a good one where they've got very similar grades, much larger resource than we have, but a same sort of size that we think we can get to. And their pre-feasibility study numbers are quite compelling, and we think that's where we can take this project to. But we need to get some numbers of our own first on things like the metallurgy, an understanding of whether there is that early higher grade starter pit, and then start looking at the environmental permitting and all those issues, just to convince ourselves that it's then worth doing all that work to expand the resource. I mean, we're super confident that we're going to, but it'd be nice to put some real numbers on it rather than having to refer comparisons to other companies that are subtly different.
It sounds like that's a sensible approach that you're taking. Now, for everybody listening, let's go through what's happening here in the background.
Yeah.
Now, this is really important because it gives you an idea of what's being drilled, but where the size of the resource and what you've still got to look for.
Yeah. So the coloured image here is basically the copper anomalism derived from soil sampling. So because this deposit outcrops, soil sampling is a really effective way of determining where mineralisation lies. So you can see within that image, the black outline is the existing resource, and that's based purely on where we've drilled it.
Yeah.
So pretty much, there's very little drilling that we've done that isn't within that resource envelope. But you can see that the anomalism in the soils extends quite a long way away from that resource, and that's that dashed white line. That's our exploration target outline, and that's based on the geology, it's based on the soil sampling, it's based on magnetic data. So there's a number of data sets that have gone into that. So we think ultimately that's the area that we need to drill, is all the way out to that dashed white line, and that's an area that's aerially twice the size of what we've already drilled.
Yes.
So that's a lot of extra drilling. Now, we're very confident to do it, but you've got to raise the money to do it.
Of course.
And it's always that, do you grow the resource or do you improve confidence to get some early scoping study numbers? We've elected to do the latter, but in the fullness of time, we'll do both.
I think what this image emphasises for current investors and potential investors is that the best is yet to come. You're still discovering this system. You already know it's a big system.
Correct.
But you really haven't found the edges of it yet, have you?
We haven't found the edges, we haven't found the bottom. The deepest drill holes we've got are still in good grade mineralisation. And put it in context, this is an area that's 2 kilometres by 1 kilometre. There's only, we're about to start drill hole number 26. So we've only drilled 25 previous holes. Canterbury, our joint venture partner, drilled 5. And there's a small number of very shallow historical holes. So there's really only 30 holes into this project. Now, to take a resource like this all the way through feasibility studies, you're probably going to need to drill 200 or 300 holes. So it's early days, but fantastic start. We know it's there, we know it's going to grow, and we're pretty confident there's going to be some high grade parts that just sort of the icing on the cake.
Which is awesome, because normally with most explorers, they don't know it's there. So you've already proven that it's there. Listen, Frazer, this is a fantastic story. And I said it last time we spoke, there's some great momentum building here. Mate, I can't wait to see all the drill holes in that picture.
No, me neither. I'll be back out there getting dusty boots again as soon as I can.
Frazer, thanks so much for being here today.
All right, thanks, Shay.